Ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 50. Woo! Yes! Hi. And it's time for episode 50. Bit of nostalgia. Putting on the jacket. Doesn't fit. But there you go. Just so we can confuse ourselves into thinking this is very similar to the first episode. But also different because it's number 50. Woo! Balloon! I've got going. There it is. See? This one's heavy, it's got glitter in it. Yes, party time. I'll tell you what I've learned in life is that any living space can be greatly improved by the encouraging of balloons. Hope this is still working. It's frozen on my laptop, panic is setting in. Oh well. I'll just give that to refresh the page and see what happens. This is exactly how episode 50 should go. Absolutely fucking disastrous. Yes. There we go, it works again now. There we go, right. Back in the room, Right, excellent. 'Tis a lovely, lovely weekend. I've had a mix of things. There's been horrendous sunshine yesterday. And cloudiness and now gentle rain. Keep us all occupied and feeling good. But nonetheless, been a good weekend. What have I been up to? Let me tell you. I'm going to move this back to where it was at another point in its life. Right there. Is that better? I'll find out in a minute. I'm going to change the angles many times this evening. Just because I can, and I need to make this as an exciting an episode as I can, because I didn't really think this through as to what was going to make it so special. I just thought balloons would do it. But yes, no, this weekend's been good. Been up to a lot. I did some manual labour, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exciting time in my life. Did some roofing of my other shed. Yes. Which I'm taking this off because it has left me horrendously burnt. Went to the hospital and they said there's nothing we can do. But yeah, no, there is a colour difference. So I'll wear a vest and get like my idea of a tan evened up. I'll put the vest on, we can get the top of the arm. So I've not just got that terrible farmer's tan where it's just like pale and then tan. Right, we're going to get this evened out. So whatever tan I do get, it's going to be good. So I put the vest on and then forgot to do the sunscreen. Always wear sunscreen. And yeah, just completely got crispied out there. And by the time I realised, it was in fact too late. So what can you do? Felt a bit silly. But it's good though, doing all that work stuff. Yeah. I was pleased with myself actually, because I thought, you know, I'll mess this up, but I didn't mess it up. I got everything right. Interesting thing though, I was working with my dad, which makes it a good time. Spend some time with the old man. Right, so we were doing the building stuff. Now, we're very similar in a lot of ways, but very different in our approach to things. It's quite technical. Stuff likes to make sure everything's measured and precise, so everything's in the right place. We can just get it right first time. Technical, I'm a bit more sort of like, fuck it, let's see what happens. I thought, well, I bought too much stuff anyway, which is always a good idea. And so I would have like just been putting it together, whack it on, gone, job done, that'll do me, don't worry about it. And you know what, we both would have ended up with a shed, but thanks to him being meticulous and bothering to measure stuff and think things through, it looks beautiful. We didn't quite finish though because it started to rain, and it's like we're stopping now. I was like, damn, it's fair enough. To be honest, I was feeling quite tired. I'd almost done 5 minutes work at this point. I was like, we should stop. But yes, it's good fun. Did have an interesting experience though when we went to buy the stuff. Went into a shop that names itself after part of the candle that you light. Don't say what they are, but we all know. Great at what they do. Now, the problem was, right, go in there, I was looking for a special type of screw that I needed, and me and a girlfriend were looking at the screws, trying to work it out, and she quite rightly goes, oh, ask that person over there. The person over there was wearing the uniform of the shop we were in, and he had some paperwork on him, and he had a trolley, and he was doing stuff. But I said to him, as a sort of an icebreaker, never assuming all that, I said, do you work here? He said, no. He clearly worked there. I put money on it. But I knew all the information I had to know at this point. I go back to the girlfriend rather quickly. She was just like, what's going on? I was like, apparently he doesn't work here. So, and then we went, I think that shop, honestly, it's impossible to get fired in that shop. It was just chaos everywhere. Just everything was broken and falling apart. But whatever, still had a good time. That guy though, you know when some people they just look like they smell bad? That's pretty much what I was dealing with. I was like, if he does work here, he's not popular. I mean, well, you know, still fair play to him. In fact, I kind of like the gusto on him. Just, do you work here? No. Maybe he's been listening to some TED Talks and some motivational speaking where he's envisioning his future so much, he doesn't actually believe that he works there anymore. And that's what happened. So when I came up there and almost brought him back, he was like, stick to the game plan. And he went, no, I don't work here. So let's assume that that's what's happened. Yeah. I felt good about myself. I didn't get angry about it. I was just sort of like, oh, fair enough. Because he wasn't going to be helpful anyway, even if he did say, yes, I work here. Be like, do you know what this is? He'd be like, oh, no. And then he would have done that thing where he sort of drags you to the area and it's not there, and he's like, I'll go and have a look. And he pisses off and has a break. You're stood there for 15, 20 minutes waiting for this idiot to get back. And he gets back and he's like, we don't have them. We used to. They're coming in on Tuesday. Gives a shit that somebody's coming back in Tuesday. Want them now. Or not, you know. It's not one of those things that are sort of like, oh, this is the only place that does them. He didn't even say all this, I'm just making this up, but you know what I mean. You get that in shops, don't you? Coming in on Tuesday. Well, I guess I'll have to voyage back here to get my profiteroles. I don't really like profiteroles. They're sort of I'll tell you what profiteroles are. There's a lot of fun components in there. There's pastry, love it. Chocolate, ooh. Ice cream, smash them all together, and what have you got? Disappointment. But you know, it's not all that profiteroles. I tell you what I have been doing recently, which has been helping myself. It has been get annoyed with people throughout the day, and then you might just be like, start having a go at them in your mind. You might think, oh, you hope they get something bad happen to them, right? What I've done, right, because that feels like it uses a lot of energy up. I've recently been sort of going more comical with things. Therefore, doesn't make me completely angry and kind of cheers me up again. Ergo, like, if they do that again, I'm going to go round their house and I'm going to pull down their trousers and pants in front of their neighbours. Brilliant! Just wham! Generally works with guys because, you know, girls, unless you're really up close, you don't really notice anything particular, yeah. Unless they have a cock. In which case the neighbours might know already. I don't know why they would know. Imagine that, just them go around houses. Hello, yes. I'm new to the area. I'm Sophie. Good to meet you. Look lovely. Just to let you know, I have a cock. They're just there going, okay. There'll be some other person just walking around going, hello, I'm Terence, pleased to meet you. I have a vagina. That'd be great actually, wouldn't it? Move to an area, that's what you gotta do next. Just introduce yourself to people. Like, but say you've got weird, I don't know what else. Just give them a random fact. Do this tomorrow. If you live there for ages, it's even better then. You just turn up and just be like, hello, think of a name. Hi, I'm Christopher. I've just moved to the area. I own racing ferrets. And just walk away. It brightens up your day, and they have a bit of fun then, because then they're like then you're like their thing. They're like, oh, when they're like friends come around, they're like, oh, people have moved in across the road. Yes, bit strange. Called Christopher owns racing ferrets and has a vagina. That's entertained me anyway. Oh dear. I get messages, probably. You want to say probably? Oh yes, I probably am getting messages. I'm Mr. Popular, me. 50 episodes of this. I'm so pleased actually, because I did think, oh, it'd be good to get a year out of this, because I set this up purely because, like, you know, pubs were closed. Didn't have a source of outlet for doing stand-up comedy or just generally just goofing around. So I thought, yes. Everyone else is doing Zoom things, like games, interviews, stuff like that. I thought, no, it's all about me. just me. This is way less admin. I haven't got to know how to work a computer properly, which, as we've seen, is a good thing. And yeah, so this is what's happened. And I'm excited. So, now, some of the information that I've told you today has been slightly suspect. It's time for something we can all rely on. It's time for Jeff's fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, do just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, boom. Hyenas look tremendous in jogging bottoms. Just fact, 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 do just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, just fact, boom. Yes, that was a bit quicker than normal, actually. Ah, dear. I'm exhausted. That's like my workout for the week. I do that. And you can tell I've done some physical activity with the building because that was a bit faster because I've been doing physical stuff. But get physical. I want to get one of those just for the living room. Put on leg warmers and headband. Like neighbours. Or just put it dead centre in the garden so you just really make everyone think you're a lunatic. Because I think that's a good idea when you move to an area. Make people think that person's mental. That's my thought anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, the other thing I've been doing, I got a resistance band quite a while ago. But I started using that, just thinking, because I need to do something, because the cakes are piling up. So, yeah, got one of these stretchy bands you have with handles on them, and you like go like that, or, you know, do that with them. You do all sorts of things. And of course you can push up too high and kill your testicles. Haven't done that yet. Or you can do that great thing that many people have done in there, where they strap to the back of a door and they like go, heave, and then it smacks him in the back. Which already I feel like I've done because of the sunburn. Oh, so bad. That was typical me as well, right? Put the vest on thinking even out the tan, and then instantly get distracted by sound, light, anything, and then just bugger off outside. Always the way. Right. Blue! 50 episodes. That's a lot of episodes, isn't it? I mean, not in the grand scheme of things, because I thought about earlier, right? That's like 50 instalments is like 10 shifts at work. So, no, 10 weeks worth of shifts at work, which means I wouldn't have passed my probationary period. But luckily, I'm the bizos. Boom. Boss. So, I still think I'm doing okay. Yes. If anyone is watching, you can say hello to me in the comments. If you're not watching, I really wouldn't bother, because that would be silly. Well, you can just like do a drive-by hello on the way past. That's always fun. Oh, I forgot. Your questions. There's only one, but I got Joan from Zimbabwe has written in. She got all excited when she found out about episode 50. Joan from Zimbabwe was the first person to ask a question on the show in a segment that was called Your Questions, that I used to do but stopped doing because no one was asking any questions. But she's written in and said, Congratulations on 50 episodes. So thank you, Jen. Oh, excellent. Yes, Joe from Zimbabwe was the first person to ask a question. That's it's very accurate. You know what it's time for? It's time for another one of these. I made her up, she's not real. I hope that doesn't ruin Christmas for everybody. It doesn't. I just, you know, I wanted it to sound bigger than it was. There never was a Joan in Zimbabwe. There's obviously at least one Joan in Zimbabwe, there always is. A Joan in every... I think there's a Joan in every country, in fact. Except Iceland, for some reason. So I'd be like, wait, that's not accurate. Well, it doesn't have to be. Because it's not Jeff's facts, therefore I can make it all up as I go along. Oh, does anyone know any cures for sunburn, by the way? I just feel like I want to just fill a bathtub with ice cream and just lie in it. Well, that'd be properly cold. And then, you know, unusable and a complete waste of ice cream. And you know what would happen? I mean, that's going to clog the sink, isn't it? At a certain point. Try and flush that away, that's just going to end in tears. I had someone walk in on me having a bath of ice cream and I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, not sunburn. Oh, I would fill the bathtub with ice cream and jump in. Jumping it might be bad because then you got splashes everywhere. And ice cream is near on impossible to get out of a towel. Oh dear. But yes, it's good to be back at 7 PM. I was going to do a big question. Let's do one. See if anyone's watching. Let's find out. In a segment we like to call the Big Question. And the big question is not that pen or a pen. I haven't done one of these for a while, but let's see. The big question is, baked beans or spaghetti hoops? You decide. Jump in there, make it known, let me hear your voices in the comments section. Why is it on at 7 PM as well, by the way? It's because I put it out to a vote and it was a landslide victory for 7 PM. So I decided to do it at 7 PM because the one person that voted said 7 PM. Are they watching now? I hope they are. This is nice, isn't it? Can you even see this? This looks a bit fuzzy on my screen. Might just be my screen. But please join in. It's baked beans or spaghetti hoops. Who is the winner? You decide. So, spaghetti hoops from Andrew Gandrew. Andrew Gandrew, famous for the quote on the cup, which you still need to get your cup. I think I might see you next weekend. I'll see you soon and you'll get your cup. And it'll be a very special occasion. I'll bring a balloon as well. I'll bring the special balloon that shows up. And this balloon has glitter in it, which is even better. There you go. Unless you don't want to... I'm bringing the balloon. There's no choice in this. You make things great in life, you don't bloody bother. What else have we got? Like both but prefer baked beans. Nice, Nicole. Excellent. I like that. That's sort of like, I like everyone, but I prefer beans. And, I mean, the thing is, I like you actually, Nicole. I like both. I prefer beans unless someone goes the healthier option. I'm like, no, beans. I'll still have beans, fuck it, I don't care, I'll just chuck salt on them, sorry. Spaghetti hoops, we've got another one for Stephen Lewis. Spaghetti hoops. I think with spaghetti hoops, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I used to do it when I was a kid with spaghetti hoops. If you get your fork, try and get as many hoops on all the tongue bits of the fork, and then go whoop, like that. Just be victorious. It's like a really rubbish game of hoopla. Just lost my screen. Is that just... No, we're alright. It's going to be back in a second. Right, that needs refreshing, definitely. Alright, we're back in the room. Do you the hoops I've the beans or the beans through the beans? Candace asked a question and then asked what the friggin' hell is on about. Nicole, do you the hoops I've the beans or the beans through the beans? Through the beans. Ah dear. She likes both. I don't know what's going on anymore. I like both but prefer baked beans. I don't eat them together. Oh no, why does that sound disgusting? Eat them together? Hoops and beans? I'd be like, just having like baked beans as like people in a paddling pool and then just throwing them life rings. And they're all sat there. Oh, some with what's it, OCD? Yeah, something like that. If you put one on top of the other, they lose their mind because they can't eat them until all the beans are sat inside a hoop. But yeah, I am tempted to get something with Andrew's little quote on it saying, Nicole, do you the hoops I've the beans or the beans through the beans? Oh, that's got to be in the greatest quote of all time. Yes. I don't know what we've got actually. I hope people are generally preferring the spaghetti hoops, which is good. I'm glad this is a good question and I'm glad people joined in. Otherwise I would have felt a bit silly. But yes, so I guess the answer to the big question is spaghetti hoops. There you go. Because they're fun and not only they're fun, they're not a healthy option because I hate that. And as well, you know, they're probably, you know, who needs a healthy option? Always go with the unhealthy option. So if you keep going with healthy options, you live a long time. It's just going to be you and a load of boring people that just ate like beans and pulses. Woohoo! both of you just sat there, just 104 years old, just going like, well, I always do the health doctor as well. But now I can't eat chocolate because my, I don't know. It's always really sad when you hear that. I had some guy once who goes, I can't eat Haribo anymore, I might pull my teeth out. I was like, well, stop smoking crack and that won't happen anymore. I think he was smoking crack. I was in a bridge at the time, drinking lighter fluid. Wasn't really, but imagine I was. Ah, balloons. Honestly, get yourself some balloons wherever you live. Just have them. Just there. You just have a little play whenever you like. Makes your day better. Lost my other balloon though. I don't know where that is. Oh, there it is. It's an exciting episode. Should have done more with it. But you know what? This isn't the end. This is merely the beginning of what's to come. So let's just be excited with that. It's late-ish. 7:30. It's good enough. Oh, sorry. People don't like if I don't bookend. Big question. Spaghetti hoops. I think I should get some sponsorship for that. I think that's only right, isn't it? Go on my Sunday. Brought to you by spaghetti hoops. Of all varieties. That'll be the best thing. Well, that's all for this week. Next week I will be doing something else. Yes, thanks for joining me for episode 50. It's been good fun. It's been a strong... Just remembered I've not been in not been doing a comedy night for a whole year. Well, longer than a year. Blimey. Anyway. Hopefully this will all blow over. I won't have to wear a fucking mask in a shop anymore. Unless I'm robbing the place. And we can all go back to normal. And all the boring people stay paranoid and don't come out. That'll be good. Anywho, you have yourselves a wonderful week. And I'll see you next time. Porco on my Sunday.